This is Ezekiel out with a new video, and what we're gonna deal with today, ladies and gentlemen, is this thing, this notion of position of authority, leadership. And I'm gonna use an example in just a moment. It's a former president of Nigeria, former president Olusegun Obasanjo, and I gotta warn you, this video is quite disturbing, but I'm gonna put it up anyways for you guys to see and to kind of get a feel, a perspective of how people can be hypocrites and how people of authority can really let you down. And as I'm playing this clip for you, I want you to start thinking, like, why is this man talking the way he's talking? What is he talking about? And so yeah, let's get it started.
Nigeria, at least on paper,
yes,
is a multi-party system.
Yes.
But in reality, it is a one-party state. PDP controls almost everything.
What is wrong with that? What is wrong with that? If the people of Nigeria decide to vote for PDP, should PDP go to them and say, please,
in
don't
a
vote
free
for us?
and fair election?
Yes.
That is also verified by the international observers.
Yes.
But not the last election in 2007.
No, don't talk about these international observers. In the last 18 months, I have observed the election in South Africa and in Togo.
Yes.
And if you have gone by what the so-called international observers are saying, both elections will have been declared not acceptable. And this morning I have only commented on the election in Sudan.
Well,
now,
we have
1 minute to go,
sir. 1 minute to go, sir.
Now,
what is the single most...
Shaka,
yes.
What is important is that any election should reflect the will of the people. In this country, in America, they didn't have a
in 2000 in Florida, it didn't happen quite well.
There's no time they have had a perfect election.
No perfect election.
The British told me that, in fact, in their own elections, they got dead people voting.
What?
They got dead people voting.
What?
They got dead people voting.
What?
You all put on a facade of thinking that you know everything and that you got your stuff together, but in reality, you know nothing. You know nothing about what goes on, even about life at all. And you have everyone fooled and tricked into thinking that you got your stuff together and you just have it all together, and that you are the emblem of what it is to have your stuff together, to become successful. And that's just not right, and that's not true. And so I would say, as people who are in a position of authority and leadership, that come out the way you are. You don't need to put on a facade. The same with people who are educated. I mean, you go to school, and then after all those years of school, you come out and say something like this or do something like that. It just doesn't make any sense. And for those of you who are in a position of leadership who are doing these kind of things, you ought to be ashamed. You ought to take the time and you just take a step back and reflect, think. What am I doing? Is what I'm doing is this helping anybody in this situation? And if it's not, then you got to make some amends. Some people who don't have a lot of money, who don't have a lot of material things, those are the very people that get looked down upon, and those who do have those kind of possessions, they think they're all high and mighty, but in reality they're not. It's just some kind of way to look down on people and just to think that you're better than others. So yeah, this is Ezekiel out again. Leave your hate comments, send me messages, feedback, all those kind of stuff, all those type of things. Zaki out. Thanks. Peace.